It's time!
Content in this video may trigger you if you're a pansy, a feminist, soy boy, a white knight. So if you require a safe space and you don't know the real definition of tolerance, I suggest that you turn off this video and go find Drag Queen Story Hour somewhere. You might enjoy that better.
All right, guys, joining me is my man Glenn Lawrence. He's the Manosphere's resident Hollywood heartthrob, and he's also the co-host of the Dragon Ship podcast with RP Thor, and he also does all of the producing for Apex Mindset now. Now he makes videos on YouTube, and a lot of his videos are, he calls them correction videos.
I got Glenn Lawrence with me here today, too.
Glenn, we love Glenn.
The only white man I know on Coast. Welcome, Glenn Lawrence.
Mr. Glenn Lawrence. There he is, Mr. Handsome, Mr. Hollywood.
I've been through the fire, came out bigger. Yeah, oh, yeah. They try to count me out, but they can't count
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How you living? It's your boy Glenn Lawrence, and tonight we got one for you. All right. Everybody is brewing up. That's a good question. Actually, you know what? You know what, Justin? She's actually working with my boys in Vegas right now at the Green Room Radio. They hit me up. They're like, "Do you know her? Do you know who Jen on the Block? Like, is she cool?" I was like, "Yeah, she's cool." So she's working with my boy True, Eminem's producer in Vegas right now. Anyways, moving right along. You know, there's a certain kind of man who will run to the defense of a woman, not because he knows facts, not because he's done his due diligence, but because he wants her approval. He'll take another man's name, drag it through the mud, repeat accusations he hasn't verified, fabricate narratives, slander another man's name, all because it's going to earn him points with a woman. That isn't strength. That isn't masculinity. That isn't integrity. That is simp behavior. A man with character doesn't need to destroy another man to impress a woman. He investigates fast, asks questions, he hears both sides, and if he doesn't know what happened, he has the discipline to shut his mouth until he does. Because when you're willing to lie about another man just to get a woman's attention, you've already told everyone exactly who you are. You traded integrity for female validation. And no amount of pretending that you're a tough guy on the internet is going to change that. So what am I talking about? Well, let me tell you something. Jesse on Fire, this guy, and what's his name, Heavy Duty Country, and somebody else, decided they want to attack Andrew Wilson because he's debating Candace Owens. He wants to attack her and then try to claim that Andrew stole valor. These are lies. These are fabrications. These men didn't do their due diligence at all. So today, myself and my friend, you guys know who Grid One is, we're going to be reviewing this video and calling out the bullshit that these so-called tough guys are doing. They are caping for Candace Owens. Caping hard and fabricating lies because you know why? They don't like the fact that Andrew's about to debate her. And whether or not who wins the debate, that's for you, the audience, to determine. So without further ado, let me bring up Grid. What up, Grid?
There I am. Just like that.
Just like that.
What is up?
What do you think? When a man does this type of stuff, right? When a guy decides that he's going to cape for a woman, right, without any information, without any facts and anything like that, and just fabricate a narrative Because let's talk about what this is. They are fabricating a narrative and trying to slander Andrew just because he's debating her.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it's really interesting. I think a lot of the claims that are being made is really interesting. I don't think that. I mean, look, my view is I don't think Candace Owens knows what's up. I don't think she knows what's coming for her. I think that for a very long time now, she's been very well protected and just been able to say whatever she wanted without a lot of pushback. And when there was pushback, there's been a lot of guys like these out there that'll come forward and say, "Hey, this isn't true. Why are you picking on Candace? Is right? What? All the nonsense." What's interesting to me is that these are some pretty big buff dudes that are coming to the defense.
To me, right.
Yeah, I understand it, but these are some dudes that are running to the defense of someone who is making shit up. They ought to know better. And they're claiming a lot of masculinity. Like they're literally calling Andrew like 4 different kinds of schmuck and cuck and all these kinds of things. They're literally like running down Andrew for no real reason I can say. They've never even met never met the man, don't know anything about his content. They're talking shit without with nothing really. Why? I mean,
because they want the validation from Candace. Let's be honest. Candace has a bigger following than all of these guys do, right?
That's true.
They want her to be like, look at me. Look at me. They're fucking performing monkeys. That's all they are. They don't have presence. They don't have presence. They don't have presence that gravitates people to them. No, they have to perform.
Just a second, Bronca.
Hold on a second. Hey, bro, let me call you back. All right, sorry about that.
No worries. I think you're partially right. I think these guys are guys that do draw people to them, but they're choosing to use that to look at someone that doesn't look like them, doesn't talk like them, and says things they don't like, and then back somebody just strictly, as near as I can see, strictly off of my preferences, right?
Yeah,
there's no basis for it. They're not talking. They're just like, yeah, I just don't like this guy because he looks different than me. He doesn't look like me. He doesn't look like he works out 18 hours a day and takes a bunch of weird shit.
What are you
saying? Beard all long and glossy. Did you see the dude with the beard? It's like,
oh yeah. JD. See, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with JD at all, personally. My problem with him now is that he's caping for Candace because they don't like the fact that she's going to be held to account for the shit that she said. You know what? That's the reality of life. If you're going to say something, right, and someone challenges you, whether or not your information is accurate or not, you should be willing to stand for that. That's for any adult, not man, not woman, any adult. All right? And it doesn't matter what the sex is and who calls who out. If you said it, you better be able to stand up and debate it. Prove your facts. State your claim. Stand up for what you said. And that's exactly what Andrew's challenging her. All right, you said all this shit. I mean, don't let me get people wrong here. I am not a big TPU USA fan. I think what they are doing is their heart's in the right direction when it comes to pushing the conservative message on college campuses, which is primarily infiltrated by feminism, by the leftists, right? Like they need fucking safe spaces in schools. That's ridiculous. All right. To me, that's retarded. So I agree with what TPUSA is doing there. Do I think TPUSA has a lot of feminism problem? Absolutely. All right. I'm not a big Erica Kirk fan either. Okay. I think she has a lot of questions, but I'm not going to sit here and accuse this woman to being partially responsible in her husband's murder. And that is inflammatory that these guys are
pretty
doing.
Gross, right?
It's unbecoming. And they have no evidence to say that she is tied to Charlie Kirk's assassination. There's no evidence. There's zero evidence that they have to say that she is somehow tied to his assassination. What kind of world do we live in Now, where we are going to sit here and put the widow on trial and say that she's responsible for her husband's death without any evidence to support it. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying that she doesn't have to answer some questions. She does have some questions that she needs to answer when it comes to running the organization, sure, but that has nothing to do with her husband's assassination. So, Grid, are you ready to go through this video of?
Yeah, let's start the video, man. Let's make it happen.
Oh, just so you know, Flo says that you did it.
I probably did do it. I don't know what it is yet, but I probably did that. I probably did that shit.
All right, here we go.
All right, so this is the video the whole internet has been waiting to see. It's me reacting to Nate, Valhalla VFT, JD Delay, and my boy Heavy Duty Country cooking Andrew Wilson. So listen, I'm going to react to it. I'm going to make jokes. They are definitely going to be funny. Hopefully as funny as my buddies, because he walked into this. Listen, dude, I don't care, actually. I was going to say, I feel kind of bad for it. I don't care. I don't care, dude. It's nothing personal. I just don't care, man. I am a person who is devoid of any emotions except for love for this handsome gentleman right here. That's JD Delay. Look at that face, dude. He is a Neanderthal, and I like it, okay? So this is Valhalla's video, and he included some great clips from JD, and we're going to try to get through as much of these clips as we can because it's going to be amazing.
Andrew, I know that you're going to see this, so I have an offer for you, buddy. I'm not a debater. I think that it's verbal masturbation, and I'd much rather do it with my hands. So if you'll come get in the ring with me and spar, even one round,
I'm going to be honest here. There's no fucking way I would get near ring with that shaved orangutan. I'm just not going to do it.
I'll be honest with you. I would.
You would? Yeah. Well, you and him are in the same weight class.
Like he wants to scrap, we can scrap. That's no problem. I don't know what the reason to scrap is, other than the fact that he doesn't like Andrew. But if he wants to throw down, I told the same thing to Heavy Duty Country when Heavy Duty Country posted on X saying that, asking Andrew, do you know what mutual combat is? I do, motherfucker. I do. You in Dallas? Hit me up. I'm here. We can do it. You want to throw down for no reason other than you're caping for a broad that's married that you can't even have sex with, that's pregnant with somebody else's child. You want to cape for her? I'm here for it. Let's go, buddy.
Well, it's all about with these guys. It's all about whatever group they hate this week, right?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever noticed that it's so weird? Like I can't think of a group outside of political lines of people that I dislike or hate, right? Like I don't particularly care for trans people. That doesn't mean I hate them. I just, I think that they're wrong, right?
Yeah.
I don't hate. It's just hate's a really strong word, and it has certain meanings to it that I think people don't understand. But it's guys like this that they latch on to some group to just hate, and they put all of their nonsense into it, and everything becomes that group's fault. If it's not the Christians, it's the non-Christians. If it's not the non-Christians, it's the Jews. If it's not the Jews, it's I can't even tell, it's the Ukrainians or the Islamists or whatever, right?
It's the white man.
It's a white man. It's the gray man. It's the worst fuck ever. It's crazy to me because, what's really crazy to me right now is we literally have people in this country, probably like this guy, that sees Islamist and as less of a threat, right? And less manipulative. And I'm like, this is insanity, man. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Couldn't make this shit up 2 years ago. 2 years ago, you couldn't, if you tried to tell somebody this 2 years ago, you'd have been laughed out of the fucking room.
I'm going to play the video some more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Every round you can spar with me.
I hadn't seen this, dude. I didn't even want to say it. I haven't seen any of this. The Heavy Duty Country one is his new one. I haven't watched any of that. I haven't watched any of Nate's yet. I am very excited because, oh my God, right out of the gate, dude. Right out of the gate. An hour for every round that we spar, dude. Oh my God, this is gonna be so fun.
For sure, yeah, we can all give that challenge. I'll give that challenge. Shit, Candace Owens could give that challenge. I'm pretty sure Candace Owens could also physically curb stomp Andrew as well. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And today, how can we not talk about fake alpha male Andrew Pickles Wilson, as he's making waves online recently? And if you don't know who this soft as baby shit beta male little chud is, don't worry, I'll get you caught up in this video.
Well, hold on. Let me go ahead and stop this right here. All right. So, one, Andrew never claimed to be an alpha male.
It's true.
Andrew's never said that he's alpha. Okay. He has debated people. Now, if people want to portray him or think that he's alpha, that's their problem. That's not Andrew's problem. Andrew never claimed to be alpha. All right. Beta bitch, beta boy, or soft as baby shit, or whatever he said. That is guys that are caping for women that they are not fucking. These guys are caping for Candace Owens. Caping hardcore. Like, they put their fucking hero cape on and they're like, dun, 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 we're here to save you, Candace Owens. We're going to defend your honor. For what? For what? Let the debate happen. Like, why are you guys so bitch made and you can't just let a man and a woman debate? Don't understand it. I don't want equality. But no. Let's cape. Let's get our capes on.
Now, you may have seen him. He's the guy who's been begging pretty much anybody to debate him, including Candace Owens. I believe he's offered upwards of like $300,000 to get a debate. But recently, he decided to bark up a tree that he definitely can't climb when he started talking shit about one of my good friends, Heavy Duty Country. And
see, that's why he's got to get it, dude. That's why he's got to get it. It is what it is, man.
Andrew is now just getting utterly obliterated online by a bunch of actual men.
Look at this, dude.
See, like, this is funny. Like, look how gay this makes these guys. Right?
It really does make them look gay.
It makes them look gay. Because you know what? Let me tell you something.
Very
This picture is usually a girl sitting here, and this is a gangbang. So these 4 faggots want to gangbang. Right? So these guys like to fuck each other. Like, it gets better because I'm not the one that calls them gay. They call themselves gay. Watch.
My face is no longer my face. It's similar hair. I, however, no longer have tattoos. Dan has full sleeves now, and but they did increase. Like, let's be honest, they still made me the smallest, dude. What the? Why? I mean, I am, but like, you know, they don't have to know that. I mean, I'm not this small. Jeez, these guys are all enormous, by the way. These are enormous people. Heavy Duty Country's name is an accurate description, and Valhalla and him are basically the same size, and JD's huge too. So I am 5'10", 200 pounds of solid brick, and I am very small compared to them.
Wow, tough times. And not only that, but clips have just resurfaced that looks like he's also been caught for stolen valor as well.
What's that?
Were you in the Army?
I was in the Army for a very limited amount of time, years and years ago.
How long was that very limited amount of time? If you don't mind me?
It wasn't very long, about a year.
Yeah, so did you serve, Andrew?
I did not know.
What is it with these soft little maggot people?
Okay, so let me go ahead and like point this out. Andrew never stole valor. Actually, I have seen the documentations. I have seen his separation letter. I have it. I personally am in possession of a copy of it. Why do I have it? Because Andrew's a friend of mine. Me and him were talking about this. I know that Andrew served in the Army in 2006 and to 2007, and he got out because of an injury. He didn't complete training, so they got him out from an injury. He didn't steal valor. He's not running around saying that he's a warrior or that he fought overseas. No. And you know what? This is what he doesn't even like saying that he has veteran status because he feels like he didn't do his job and complete his tour. So he doesn't want to take the honor of men that have done that and try to equate him to be on the same level as them. That is noble. That is noble and honorable. Right? So this right here that these faggots are doing, and I said it, I'll say it's on my stream, TOS, whatever. What these guys are doing, they're fabricating lies. I have the documents.
It's really interesting that they want to talk shit about that. Like that, like it's not like Andrew goes around trying to actually steal valor or anything. That's crazy. It's really stupid. Like there's a lot of things that, you know, there's a lot of things I feel like that you can come at any of us for, right? I mean, people can come at me for any number of things. You know, that you've got some things people could come at you for. I'm sure Andrew has I mean, you could come at Andrew for a couple of things, but the things they are coming after him for are stupid. It's kind of gross. It's kind of fucked up. Got to be honest.
It is fucked up. And you know what it is they're trying to poison the well. They're trying to and then here's a funny thing. All these guys are doing, they're pushing this narrative that Andrew Wilson is, stealing valor and all that stuff. And the point is, like, these are supposed to be masculine men. These are supposed to be alpha males. These are supposed to be the guys that other men should look up to and try to aspire to be. None of them have the fucking integrity. None of them have the integrity to do their due diligence and actually to see, even ask Andrew, hey, Andrew, did you ever serve? No. They want to run with this narrative that he stole valor. Because if they did ask him, they would get the same response that I got when me and Andrew had this conversation. And I could read you the conversation. He served. All right. He signed up. He served. He got injured.
It happens.
Right? It does happen. And then what typically happens, especially if you're in National Guard, they'll wash you out.
Yeah. So I don't think a lot of people know about that. I've had, and actually I used to know this, female, that was a Marine. She wanted to be a Marine or something. And she, like, it wasn't even a serious injury, but it was like maybe she twisted her ankle really bad or had a break in one of her legs, and she actually, they just like washed her out, just no question, just gone, and it was, she said it was so fast that it didn't even really register that she was like out of the Marines, like out. Like you were no longer, you were separated, you know, not getting a paycheck anymore. You're done. Right.
Yeah.
And,
I've seen his separation letter from, he got it all sent from him to him from Fort Knox. That's where he was stationed at. Right. And then after he got injured, right, during training, he was sent home and he had to report monthly for National Guard drills, right, for about 6 to 8 months. And then that's when they ended up separating him because his injury, because he couldn't complete training. That's not stealing valor. That's not stealing valor at all.
It's kind of the opposite, right? And you and I, and the other thing is like, it's very interesting the way the stolen valor thing is going in this country. When I was a young man back in the day, you would see guys with all kinds of like military, surplus stuff, and it'd have a patch or something on. You didn't automatically assume that dude was even ex-military, even if he was of military age. You didn't assume that. You would ask, hey man, did you serve? No, I didn't serve, man. It's just a jacket. Now the problem comes in is when somebody says, hey man, did you serve? And the guy goes, oh hell yeah, man, hell yeah, I was over there, and he fucking lies, right? Like we can't. So many things wrong at one time when they start fucking lying about it, right?
Yep.
But wearing a surplus shirt with a name tag on it or something like that, I don't really care about that. I don't think that's a big deal. I actually think that it's kind of fucked up, stupid, and gay. Maybe not full on gay adjacent, to go after people who are just wearing surplus clothes, or they're wearing something from their brother-in-law, or what the fuck ever, right? So to me, it's a very interesting situation that they're trying to go after him for stolen valor. That's dumb.
Yeah.
What?
And this guy's like gleefulness is just fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, why would the instinct be to make that up, dude?
He didn't make it up.
That's
he
weird.
didn't steal valor.
That's weird. Sometimes you just need to be honest about who and what you are. The thing
is, actually, he's right. He's fucking right. He should be honest about who and what he is. That guy is literally lying to people online right now. He's lying.
He is lying. And Andrew has been honest. He has said that he served for 12 months. He has said that he's able to finish his enlistment. He has said he got discharged because of not being able to finish his enlistment.
Yeah. You can say Andrew's rude. You can say he's not a nice man. You can say you don't agree with his politics or his views on religion or whatever. All of that is fucking true. But to just make shit up randomly.
Yep.
That's fucking wrong, man. That's wrong. I can't get past this. Like this guy and this guy's so gleeful about it. He's just like this. He's almost as bad as Meth Mouth himself.
Exactly. Let me play a little bit more.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm
Just
sorry. That guy's
JD
gleefulness bothers me.
Is that like each of us checks like a different box? You know, it's like, oh, so what? JD never served. Oh, yeah, but he did a bunch of time in prison. You know,
doing a bunch of time in prison doesn't make you alpha. It makes you stupid for getting caught. Okay, like I'm sorry, I'm not giving you cool points because you served in prison. Like you're dumb enough to get caught for whatever you were doing wrong. That doesn't make you alpha in my book. Sorry.
Right.
These prison guys. Oh, all right. What about Nate? It's like Nate's Green Beret. You know,
I could give Nate credit for being a Green Beret. That dude is badass. He served his country. He did his damn due diligence. Hats off to him. No problem there.
Decorated. Oh, all right. What about heavy duty country? Like, why is heavy duty country an alpha male? Like, yeah, he lives on a fucking ranch. His name's heavy duty country.
Just because you live on a fucking ranch, that doesn't make you fucking tough guy, all right? That doesn't make you a badass. That doesn't make you an alpha, all right? It makes you somebody that knows how to fucking, throw shit in a hail barrel, right? Okay, you wrestled a couple bulls. That's cool. That doesn't make you.
Look, it's a tough lifestyle, but nobody told him to go. I mean, it's not like
that doesn't make you a badass, though. I'm sorry, it just doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough lifestyle.
It is a tough life. So I'm not going to take away the hard work that he has to do when you live on a farm or on a ranch.
Our man in Vietnam, Josh Douglas Elric, has just reminded me that, and I think I knew this. Somebody else told me this earlier. He counted 27 channels going at Andrew today.
Wow.
27 channels, at least.
That is wild.
27 channels going after Andrew. That's nuts.
That is nuts.
That's not good.
He's enormous. He throws bulls in his lake.
Okay, that doesn't fucking make him a tough guy.
If he gets mad. Oh, great, Jesse on fire. I guess that just leaves you. Why do you get to hang out in that crew? Well, I'm gay, so that's why.
Well, there you go. There you go. That explains it. Jesse on fire is gay. Thank you for admitting it. Now, I know you're saying it tongue in cheek, but you know what? You got to be some level of gay to be caping for a woman without doing your due diligence on vetting the person that you're caping her for. Like, nothing that she has said has been panned out to be true. Okay? Nothing that she said. And here's the funny thing about this whole conspiracy theory. Tyler Robinson's defense just put an appeal motion in there, right? Basically, the motion was to basically take off the death penalty. Because the death penalty, I believe in Utah, basically means it has to say he was trying to attack him, with a mass, mass people could have been dying, not just the one person that he assassinated, right? And so basically, they're not even saying that he didn't do it. They're just saying they're just trying to get the death penalty off the table right now. So they're not even denying that he could have done it or that he did it.
Right.
And it's funny, all these guys are caping for a woman that can't prove anything. I'm just asking questions. Well, I'm asking questions too. When do you have to be held accountable for the narrative that you have been spewing?
Well, I mean, let's just be honest. There's no way to hold anyone accountable for this nonsense. It just isn't. I mean, we want it to be, but it's just not going to happen. The best we can possibly hope for is that as we look back on this and examine it, much like Fauci, right? This is it's an interesting thing with Fauci because and Fauci and Candace, because they're both liars. And Fauci did the same exact thing that he did during COVID during the AIDS epidemic back in the 80s and 90s. He was the guy in charge of that too, and he did the exact same playbook. It just didn't really hit the same because too early on, it was associated with the gays.
Yeah.
And so that was a problem. And then he got it right with COVID, and he caused a bunch of weird shit to happen. And he's not being held responsible at all. Candace is not a whole lot different. She's just constantly. You remember that series that she did claiming that this guy was hiding bodies in cars or something. And she'd like 3 episodes of this guy is actually, he's guilty. He just got off, and well, we have the truth. And there was like no, I mean, literally uncovered nothing. There was nothing about it. And I honestly think that's one of the reasons why Daily Wire let her go. I don't think it was because she disagreed with old Ben. I think Ben disagreed with her making shit up and then passing it off as the truth because it reflects badly on their organization. I think it was a defensive parting of ways, and I think they were right. As time has proven out.
I don't know. I think Ben has, you know, an allegiance to his the Israel just because of his heritage, right? And I think that, you know, at times he kind of covers for maybe their misbehavior.
Yeah, but right. Candace that's irrelevant when Candace got fired.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's irrelevant she got fired.
Yeah, it's irrelevant to her getting fired.
The treatment of Gaza at the time too. So, and you know, maybe Ben was like, "Hey, you know what? No, we're not doing that here."
Right.
You know, you're not aligning with our message here. You got to go.
Yeah.
Right, and that's fine. Here's my problem with these internet, you know, tough guys. These, you know, these.
They're probably really tough guys.
I don't know.
Probably kick some ass.
Maybe. I don't know. I've never seen it. So to me, I don't know. Douglas, I don't have a server. I'm sorry. I don't have a server on Discord.
Oh, you deleted yours?
I deleted it like a long time ago. Just because like I'm not as active in there as
that's the fucking truth. Getting him on Discord's like fucking
I'm not active.
Finding fucking Waldo.
Like I'm better off people reaching out to me, either sending me a Discord message or on X. That's how the best way to get a hold of me. I had a Discord before, but yeah, I mean, actually, I don't even know how to run Discord. I'm a boomer in that area. If somebody wanted to run me a Discord, oh, cool. See, thank you. You're the man. You're the man. I appreciate you, Douglas.
He's helping me out. I actually made him a mod in mine.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome. So here's my thing. In Grid, you and I have always talked about this. All right. And you know, you have my phone number. You don't, I have your phone number. I don't need email. Cool. If you have my number, then great. Here's Ingrid, you know, I've always said this, and you know me this to be true. I base things off of principle. As a man, I base everything off principle. And what I see when these guys are doing, attacking Andrew, going at him the way that they are, they lack principle. They're not masculine men. I'm sorry. I'm just
maybe they're just mad that he stood up to Wes Watson and they were all in prison together or some shit.
Maybe, I don't know. My thing with this entire issue is they're attacking a man because they don't like the fact that he's willing to challenge Candace Owens' nonsense.
Yeah.
He's saying, okay, you know what? Let's put you to the task of defending your claims because you're slandering people. You're running their name through the mud. And there was a time in society that we didn't tolerate that shit. You weren't allowed to spew like venom on someone's name and without being held accountable to it. And that's exactly what Andrew's doing. He said, hey, you know what? You're talking all this shit. I'm holding you accountable. Prove your case. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what Andrew normally does.
What these guys do by attacking him and trying to say he stole valor, these men don't have any integrity. They're willing to dick ride whoever just because they're going to get a little bit of clout.
Yeah. So, but I mean, look, this is what Andrew always does, right? He always identifies the problem and then faces it and confronts it. And this is, I guess what I find interesting about this specific instance is they without really knowing anything about Andrew, they just go after him with the lowest hanging internet fruit they could possibly find. The olive jar thing is absolutely the best troll anyone has ever committed ever. To think that Andrew, a grown-ass man, can't open a jar of olives is insane, right? But he literally has these people bringing that up and looking like a bunch of fucking morons every time they do, and it's great. It's the best troll ever. Like
Andrew Wilson won't subscribe to Westrogen supplements. Yeah, that's funny. Shout out to Taticus. That's the homie. I'm back in Dallas, so if you want to come hang out, we can hang out, bro.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Like, let me just tell you the simpish behavior that I see here.
Sure.
Okay. A bunch of guys caping for Candace Owens.
Gibbs.
Hold on a second.
It's all right.
Gibbs, we're live.
I see you out there, Mr. What's up, my man? Good to see you.
I'm cool with them.
You're on the wrong side, though. You're on. You're.
I don't have a problem with them. Yeah. No, I'm good with them. Yeah, you want the link? You want the link? Come on here or what?
I haven't seen where.
All right, I'll send it to you on Discord.
Better. I haven't seen where Fuentes said that, but that's awesome, dude. If you got the video, that'd be cool.
That if you're anti-Israel, you got flooded with foreign views. Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. I hadn't seen that. I hadn't. I don't on it, but I don't actually pay any attention to.
All right, where's Gibbs? Gibbs. There's Gibbs. All right. Gibbs is gonna join us.
All right, that's cool.
Like, here's a funny thing. What these guys should be doing right now is attacking
steroids.
Well, hey, I love my steroids.
I understand, but I, it's just I get a feeling about these guys in there.
What these guys should be doing is wanting
send it to me, Mr.
They should be wanting to attack the left rather than attacking Andrew.
But are they conservatives though?
They say they're America first. I don't know.
Are they though?
I think they're pussy first. I think they want to pedestalize
American pussy first.
American pussy first, baby. That's what it is. They want to pedestalize.
Maybe they just don't appreciate the big booty Latinas like you do.
See, I love big booty Latinas. Okay,
I understand that. You have told me many times. We've had a very uncomfortable conversation.
They were very comfortable.
Love of big booty Latinas.
They were very comfortable conversations for me.
They were not. No, they were not comfortable at all.
They were comfortable for me. If you were uncomfortable by my love for big booty Latinas, that's a personal problem. It wasn't
it's just the glimmer in your eye was that make a man nervous.
Hey, you don't gotta worry. You ain't a big booty Latina, so you don't worry.
That's true. But
like what they should be doing. What they should be doing is going off on the left and instead of being Andrew Wilson. Now, I mean, there's no problem for infighting between conservative parties. I'm fine with that. But when you are championing like a false narrative, right, just to try to slander and attack someone else is fucking mind-blowing to me.
You're right. And you know what? Speaking of false narratives and fake tough guys, we have our group. We have some fake ass tough guys, and we have some.
Wait a minute, in our group, who are you saying is in our group?
Not in our group, but
okay.
in our in our periphery, we have some people like that, and they'll say stupid shit like, "Hey, I want to fight Glenn Lawrence and whoop his ass.
Oh.
And then they'll even like pay somebody money to show up or buy a plane ticket and then renege on that and come up with 18,000 excuses why they can't show up. And you know what that does is that costs me 500 American, not Canadian and fake ass loony money dollars, but 500 real dollars. And that's gay. Okay?
That is gay. How about you pay
gay
$500 and just call it even?
That's gay. And
but you know what? I'm gonna drop the link here in a minute. But I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, man.
I understand that a lot of these guys in the internet it's just as like Jesse says, he doesn't care. This is just the internet. Well, what happens when internet becomes real life?
Yeah.
You're lying about somebody, and you think that I'm going to be cool with you? Like, what does that say about your integrity? You lack integrity. I don't fuck around with people that lack integrity.
Yeah, that's a bad plan.
Like,
bad plan.
Grid, you and I have had these conversations before.
Yes.
Everything is about principle.
Well, we've not had this conversation because I had a problem.
No. But I'm saying we've had these conversations.
Yes, we've had this.
Like, anything that I debate is on the principle. If I have a problem with somebody, it's because of the principle of the problem.
Yeah.
Right? So what these guys are doing, and they have a huge following. Don't get me wrong. More power to them for having the following that they do. Right? But my problem with them is that they're willing to push a false narrative without doing their due diligence and getting any facts checked. Okay?
Yeah.
And they do that just to fucking attack someone else. Just to attack someone. Like, oh, it doesn't really matter. No, it does matter. It tells me that you have no character. You have no fucking integrity.
Right.
So
I find that to be more and more true.
I used to like him. I used to watch his shit. He has no integrity.
Who's that?
The guy that we were watching, Jesse on Fire. He has zero integrity. I have a problem with people that lack integrity like that.
It's tough out on the streets.
I mean, you know who I used to work with. You know the circles I used to hang in. And I don't fucking deal with people that lack integrity. That's why I don't fuck around some of these people anymore.
Yeah. So that's actually one of the things that I have I have a lot of respect for Andrew because of the level of integrity that he has and the level of, and to be honest, the level of, or lack thereof, actually, of bullshit that I encounter when I deal with him directly. Now, I'm not saying that everybody has my experience. I mean, some people could have a different experience, but my experience has always been very positive. I've known the guy for 2 or 3 years now, and I, he's a solid dude. I don't have any problem with him at all. This guy, Jesse on Fire, is that what his deal is?
Yeah.
I'm sure he has principles, and I would bet money that he believes that he's right, but he's wrong, and maybe he's doing it just to jump on the train. I think there's a lot of fuckers out there today that just jump on trains and they don't give a shit where it takes them.
And that to me is they lack integrity. Yeah. They will sway wherever the wind blows them. Men are supposed to be like oak, right? Like oak trees that don't fucking move. They stand on their principle. They stand on integrity. They stand on their convictions. Like, I'm not going to sit here, like, and I see this in the chat, like, Mr. said, talking about Candace Owens' husband. He's a leftist British femme cuck globalist rumored to be gay and the marriage of convenience. She got married. So I heard that they got married after a week, but I'm not going to sit here and call dude gay because I haven't seen him do gay shit. He may be a leftist. I don't know. I don't know his politics. I don't know him to the point where I'm going to sit here and co-sign that. Right? It could be true. I don't know. Right? I'm not going to sit here and attack her husband like that. What I will say is that the problem with these guys right now that are circling Andrew, trying to take shots at Andrew, they all will be in this, try to be in his good graces as soon as this debate's over. They'll all retract their statements. I bet you they're going to be like, now, oh, there's evidence that he served? Oh, my bad. I didn't say he didn't serve. I said that it sounds like there might be stolen valor. When you try to imply that there might be someone stealing valor, then you are trying to say that they stole valor. Why say they might be stolen valor if you don't know? Men used to only talk about things that they know for certain, know that what they can prove beyond a reasonable doubt, not speculation, not assumptions. It's like, I got the evidence right here. I can prove this motherfucker's a liar.
Yeah. Just for example, it is official. Easy has backed out of the fight with you. Avarice and everybody, they're objecting to the fact that you're on roids, which obviously wasn't a problem.
I already knew that I was going to be.
They don't want to come to Texas. They're scared. I just paid while I was doing this. While I was listening to you, I paid Dusty his 500 bones. I didn't even know. I didn't know that he officially pulled out of the fight. I think he is officially pulled out of the fight. It doesn't matter. They're just a bunch of fuckwads anyway, and I just don't have time for them anymore. I'm not betting on. I put money up that Easy would show. I had faith in his mouth to write checks his ass could cash. Obviously, I was wrong. I paid the man.
You know, you should pay me for doubting my integrity.
Right there, you can see paid $500 to. You can't see it, shit.
You know,
so I washed my hands of the whole
Flo.
thing. No, I don't want to hear any more about it.
I'm gonna text Flo.
Fake ass tough guys,
bro. Where's my 10%?
Fucking bitches?
I just texted Flo. Where's my 10%? He was talking shit tonight on the street. That's fine. People can talk shit, but when you get checked, when you get called out, they don't back it up. So here's my problem again with these internet tough guys. They lack integrity. They lack principles. If a man has no integrity and no principles, what the fuck does he have?
Here's the deal. I jokingly made that bet with Flo. It was a real bet, though. I have integrity. I paid the man.
Yep.
I paid the man because it's abundantly clear that while you seem to be ready to make shit happen, Wheezy, he ain't about it. He talks about it, ain't about it. So, look, fuck all of those motherfuckers. If you can't, honestly, how he could have done this, he could have come in and said, hey, I actually saw Glenn, and Glenn's a big motherfucker. And I am not about
Look, the ICU probably doesn't look good on him because I'll see you in ICU.
He could just say, look, I saw Glenn. He's a fucking shaved ape. I'm not fighting that some bitch. That would have been cool.
I'm a silverback gorilla from the concrete jungle.
Yeah, right.
But let me tell you,
this is anticlimactic. This is gay, like really gay. Like this is the things that people that suck wieners do, like back out of fights and act like you're going to do some shit. Yes, Josh, I made a $500 bet that Easy would show his ass up for the fight. Speakeasy from the word go was not about the fight. There was all kinds of problems. I personally think that he was scheming to get Glenn arrested in Canada. I'm going to stick by that. Nobody can prove me wrong.
Because if he wasn't, then why
I can prove I'm right.
Well, if he wasn't, why doesn't he just take the money from the ticket, right, and then get a ticket to Texas so we can do the fight? If he really was about it, why not do that?
Well, I mean, look, here's the deal. I can prove that he wanted to get you arrested. He waited until he got back to Canada to actually face you. Then he wanted you to come to Canada, where he knows that fighting, fisticuffs, beatdowns are illegal.
Yep.
And if you, for example, were to bust that ass, maybe put him in the hospital.
Pause.
Which I fully believe could happen.
Hold on. Look, when it comes to busting ass, I only do it with women, okay? Like, you know.
Like, I just think that the truth is that he was trying to get you arrested. And you know what? I consider avarice. I consider all those fuckers accomplices. All of them. You're literally lying sons of bitches that sat there and backed a man trying to get another man arrested. Prove me wrong. You can't. You can't prove me wrong. It's a bunch of punks. Fuck out of here. That's enough of that shit.
I'm gonna say this. Back to these guys going after Andrew.
Yeah, back to the almost men. We're done with the not men. Let's talk about the almost men.
I would have more respect for them if they were like, because even the guy was like, "Oh, I'm not a debater. I'll go round and round. I'll do an hour per round for you."
Yeah.
If you have nothing to debate him on, then what the fuck? Why?
Yeah.
Like you're trying to say, "Well, I'm physically more tougher than you because I can't intellectually debate you."
Yeah. Well, I mean, look.
Like, is you
at some point, it is. At some point, you have to go to you have to knuck up. Right.
Yeah, but like
it's got to get there at some point. But
like this is the problem though. They want to fight him because he's going to debate a woman.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is the most gayest fucking simp behavior I've ever heard of. I'm a big tough guy. I served time in jail. I want to fight you because you're going to debate a woman, bro. Just say you want to fucking eat her shit, like out of her ass. Like just say that. Just say you want to simp for her. Mm-hmm. Just say that you are a simp for Candace Owens. And that's fine. If you want to simp for her, that's great. Do your thing. It's probably better than simping.
That would actually be simping because she would never reciprocate that shit at all.
It is simping. And it's probably, if they're going to simp, I guess it's better to simp that way than for a chick on OnlyFans. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still simping. All of them are caping for her. All of them. Like, they're like Captain Save-A-Hose. We are Candace's defense team. Hear us roar, bro. Just tell us how much of a bitch you are.
Yeah. On the other thing, I did get a message from Donna in Austin. Says, I think so too. He lied and said he had talked to the commissioner and whoever and paid the $3,000 and there were going to be 3 fights that day. Later on, he didn't even know who he needed to call. Bet. That's what I remember too. None of you motherfuckers can prove to me that there was ever going to be a fight to begin with. And if there was a fight, if Glenn had actually driven or flown his ass up to Canada, it'd have been a back alley fight. Easy would have got his ass stomped. Alicia, whatever fuck her name is, would have called the cops. Glenn Lawrence been in jail in Canada calling me for bail money. Fuck that. I'd rather give the money to Flo.
Damn, bro, you wouldn't bail me out?
I would, but I would rather Flo get the money than the Canadian fucking government. I don't support homos, and paying the Canadian government is supporting homos.
Shout out real quick to MW777 for the gifted membership, and also shout out to my homeboy, the raging motherfucking patriot. All right, 15 months as a member. He goes, no regrets. LOL. 15 months still on the journey, turning over tables and calling out the hypocrites in these spaces. That's right. Christ is king every day. Thank you guys.
All-seeing bunghole up there.
The funny thing is, and this just goes for all these tough guys, right? All these tough guys when they get called out, because let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. All right. Where is it at? All right. I have not once, not twice, but multiple times so far called out this heavy duty country.
Really?
Yeah. Here we go. Let me show you guys. So Andrew shared this the other day. All right. And here we pull on screen.
Is that you? Oh, never mind.
Andrew's like, is this normal? Heavy duty country. Right? He says, but you don't. Such a soft little man. I'll see you in Dallas one of these days. I'll see if you're the same attitude in person. Andrew says in response, are you going to beat me up? Right? And then Andrew means, you mean the attitude of being nice and respectful while you insult me over and over again? He says, absolutely not. Do you know what mutual combat is, Professor? I said, if heavy duty country wants mutual combat, I'm back in Dallas. I'll be his Huckleberry. Right? And he's like, one of his fanboys, like, he'll fold you like a fucking lawn chair. I said, everybody says that. It's never folded me up like a lawn chair. I really hope he doesn't disappoint. You know what I mean? Like, so there's one. And then here's the other one where I'm like, heavy duty country. Stop trying to get attention by attacking my friend, Andrew Wilson, right? Don't got the traction, homie. You know what mutual combat is? Ha, ha, ha. Bro, come to Dallas. I'll be your Huckleberry. Just say when. I promise that you're not, or I promise that you are all talk like the rest of these fake tough guys, right? Still no response from him. Then I say to him again, where is it at? Jesse on fire, heavy duty country. Why do you guys continue to lie on Andrew Wilson? Stolen valor, really? Have you ever heard of DD214, you fuckhead? Andrew has one. All you faggots are trying to do is dick ride Candace Owens' lady cock for a little bit of clout. Are you her new bouncers? Are you her new bodyguards? You guys are a bunch of fucking clowns. And heavy duty, I already told you, homie. Come to Dallas. Mutual combat, I got you. Like, I'm not about the bullshit. If you're going to attack my friend and try to lie on his name and you want to challenge him to a fight over a chick, bro, if you want to be that dumb, then come talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Because you know what? They're attacking a man's integrity. They're attacking a man's credibility and his name with lies. And I do not stand for that.
Yeah, that's
for that. That's my principle, and you know that.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing because I bet those dudes think that they're really like stand-up guys that they're total bros. They'll there for each other thick and thin and all that kind of shit. Guarantee that's who they think they are.
They could think that all they want, but I guarantee you, I get bounce and jump ship when one of their friends gets caught up in some bullshit. I bet you none of them would ride for their boys like supposed to. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
None of them will. So anybody that wants to hop on the panel, I just dropped the link. I pinned the link. You guys are more than welcome to come on up, talk about the situation. Tomorrow's going to be a very exciting day. Tomorrow is going to be the day that Candace is going to have to actually stand for what she said. She's going to actually have to, answer for the claims that she's made or even alleged to. Seth Spencer or Spence says, is it me or did everyone start losing it over this Israel-Palestine thing so much and so it's becoming a whole? It has.
It has. Absolutely.
It really has.
Absolutely.
It's like everything is so binary with people. It's not black and white. We live in a very gray world, right? Like, I am not a Zionist, but I do think that strategically it benefits us to be allies with Israel, right? How much it benefits us, I don't know, but I think we do gain some benefit from having an ally in that region, you know. So it keeps the bullshit from coming over on our doorstep. All right, and I think that's a good thing. Now, do I think that we need to fight all of Israel's battles? Absolutely fucking not. Like, I don't fight all Grid's battles. If Grid goes to war with somebody, that's Grid. If he says, no, I need you to help me out, they're trying to jump me, fine, I'll be there for that. I'm going to let there be a fair fight. But I'm not going to jump in and fight Grid's battles for him. Right? But
yeah, and I mean, I think that's the way it should be, right?
And I think, you know, when America tends to do that with Israel, that's problematic for me. That's not America first. Right? But do I think that we should support our allies? Absolutely. Maybe not to the full extent that I think that they're doing, but I think we should support our allies. I think Israel is a strategic ally. I don't like everything that Israel's doing. And you know what? If let's just say if Iran took over Israel, I wouldn't have a fucking problem with that either. To me, nations have always fallen and collapsed by other nations taking them over. That's how history has been. When Americans came to America, what did they do? They put all these Indians and fucking, you know, in the little native reservations. We took over the whole fucking land.
Took a while, but we did.
But that's what happens. That's how nations end up growing. So if, for God forbid, if Israel cannot defend themselves, and they get taken over by Iran, I'm okay with that shit. Mister's in the building. What up, Mr.
What's up, Mr.
Hey, what's up? Just give me 1 second. I'm going to put something up for you.
Cool. I just got your DM.
Yeah. All right. Glenn, if you want to click on this and go to like 10 seconds.
All right, it's not up on the radio. Oh, you put it in the back chat? All right, hold on.
Yeah. While he's doing that, I'll just explain why this is important to what's happening, because the timeline of how everything went, right, was as follows. So before the Iran conflict, okay, we started seeing, you know, this like socialist Islamic invasion that was coming into our country. Then all of a sudden the October 7th stuff happened. Then after that, the propaganda arm went into the colleges. Basically what I'm trying to show you guys is that Candace, Tucker, Fuentes knew it, but he kind of is in and out of it. He understood how it worked, but then now he's trying to distance himself from it. Owen Schroyer, a few others, they all knew that there was this trend that you would get views from this. Okay, you could play it. He'll explain it.
All right, here we go.
What changed in 2024 and 2025 is it became really in vogue and really popular for people to talk about Jews in Israel in a negative way, also just to talk about conspiracies in general. Suddenly, that became the grift. And it attracted people that were looking for notoriety, people that were looking to build a social platform. How do we know this? Well, look at Jackson Hinkle. Jackson Hinkle, I think, gained like 3 million Twitter followers in 9 months. What explains the explosion in engagement for people criticizing Israel? No one's going to like to hear this. You're going to call me a grifter. You're going to call me a shill. You're going to say controlled opposition, switch sides. Honest to God truth. This is the truth. Probably it was being driven from foreign countries and the left. That's just true. Why, oh, why? All of a sudden, did it become supercharged? If you criticize Israel on Twitter, boom, 100,000 likes. You could literally tweet, fuck Israel, 100,000 likes. Did everyone in America all of a sudden start hating Israel? Well, some people did. But I think it was driven in part, or maybe a lot, by the Muslim world, which is very engaged online because they were the ones at war with Israel, because Palestine is their regional cause. Palestine is their religious ethnic struggle. So I think a lot like Jackson Hinkle, how many of his 3 million followers that he gained in those 9 months, how many of them came from the United States of America? People knew what he was up to before. All of a sudden, you have this regional conflict between Israel and the Arab League, effectively, or you could say the axis of resistance would be more precise. Now, all of a sudden, anyone going after Israel supercharged, and we all know it's being driven by these Muslims. We all know we all see it on Twitter. That's who's promoting it. That's who's doing it.
Pakistani specifically Pakistani Muslims.
And so suddenly anybody that wanted to blow up and be, what's the hot topic? What's the woke take right now? What's the edgy take? What's the take that's going to get me the most notoriety? It's shitting on Israel. It's joining the Israel critical cause, being a Jew conspiracy theorist. And what grifters know how to do is just milk it for everything. That was like the wrong milk it like a cow. I shouldn't do any milking. No milking. But
no milking. That's gay.
That's crazy. They were milking it. Hey, listen, here's the important part. They were milking it for everything it was worth. Here's what I mean by this. If tweeting Israel critical sentiment gets them engagement and money, then like a mouse or a cat or any animal in one of these experiments, if they press a button and get a treat, they're trained that this is what they're going to do every single day. So if I'm an influencer on Twitter, I want to grow my following. I want to make my X revenue dollars. How do I get my reward? How do I get my treat? I press the button.
Mind you, I give Nick Fuentes certain points for talking about this. He was the one in a club just a few months ago singing Hail Hitler. And while I don't think any of that makes any of them neo-Nazis, I think they're just a little bit retarded. All of them, the Clabs, the Sneakos, the Fuenteses, the Myron Gaines, I don't think any of them are really Nazis. I think they're just all retarded. Mind you, everything he's saying is on the backdrop of that.
Button every day. Every day I press the button. And what's the button? JFK said Hitler's spirit will rise from the grave. Fuck Israel. Jews did everything. The liberty was intentional. Every day, press that button. And always escalating, always going in the same direction. Does it ever get refined? Is nuance introduced? Counter arguments entertained? Do we discuss the limitations of this theory? No. Press the button. And if we're not getting the same reward, press the button harder, press the button twice, press the button 12 times, slam the button. So it just got louder and louder. Oh, well, it started with, I think we should be able to criticize Israel. Then it turned into, fuck Israel. Then it turned into, well, it's all Jews. Then it turns into, well, Hitler did nothing wrong. Then it turns it, Israel killed Charlie Kirk. Israel's behind ICE. Israel's why we extradited Maduro. And I think that basically that is what happened.
Imagine being able to build.
I think Nick's right. He's onto something there.
Well,
I think Nick is onto something there.
Yeah, I would not just come out and say like, "Hey, this is the evidence," right? It's one guy saying this, but
Yeah.
they have a report out. They have a report out, right, of viewership demographics, and I got that too. And that one specifically shows how there was these foreign viewership invasion, right, to divide anyone that was pro-Trump in the influencer space. And then it shows how most of their viewership is foreign and pro-Islamic. That's why I was like, once I saw that, I go, I need to hold on to that, because people do not want that video getting out. You know, I'll go and hunt that stuff down. But yeah, and so whenever we show stuff like this, the immediate response is, well, you're just shilling for Israel, or that, you know, that's like not that's just a one-off or whatever. So unlike, you know, regular media where they can just say shit and people take it at face value, on our end, we always have to show the receipts. And I'm like, it's ridiculous to me how that happens. But anyway, the last time I showed someone that video, and we were, I was on AVGs, and a Islamic guy came in immediately and tried to break it up. Just didn't want us talking about it. And then I ended up getting into a debate with the guy, like an actual debate about like why Islam is not compatible with the West, and how it's like.
Let me tie what you're talking about to these internet tough guys. They're all doing the same thing.
Right.
They think that Israel's responsible for Charlie Kirk's death. They think that you know, and so they're capitalizing on this narrative. They really don't care. I guarantee you, none of these guys actually care. Half the people that are dick riding Charlie Kirk, rest in peace, they're trying to capitalize off of a dead man. That's disgusting. At least what Andrew is doing, because I don't think what Andrew's doing is trying to capitalize off of a dead man. What he's actually trying to do is hold this woman to account for the claims and statements that she has made. She is trying to poison the well before the case has even heard. Can we at least have the case go to trial? No. She wants to poison the well ahead of time and make this all about Israel, or make this all about something else and try to say that he's a patsy without zero evidence in defense of this. There's nothing she has that's substantiated that could be like, oh, you know what? She's right. Nothing. Because
what is she having?
Why is
what is she?
Why hasn't the defense team took any of her evidence?
Yeah, it's just, it's so obvious to people that have been watching over a set period of time. People that just come in and hear them spew BS like here and there they don't have the full picture, right? But if you look at it like who they're close with, right? Like, you know, Tucker and you know, a few of the other ones, they all say the same thing. They're all like doing the same stuff. Owen Schroyer, remember the debate Andrew had with Owen Schroyer? It's the same thing. See, the thing is, the reason why some of them are upset is because they tried that and it didn't work. He left Alex Jones, tried to start his own thing, tried to go down the conspiracy, lane or whatever, right? And he was like, oh, well, everyone else is shitting on Israel. Let me do it. And to be clear, I'm like, you know, it's not like I care more or less about like the whole scenario with Israel. I do to a certain extent, but people are you know, they're looking at it the wrong way. Like this is not the make or break issue in what's happening right now is my point. There's so many more, you know, very important things that are happening out there.
This is all right. It's like what they call the Kansas City Shuffle. They want you to look over here, so you're not paying attention to what they're doing over here. You know,
right?
And it's like they want you to be so. It's all divisive. It's the same thing they do with the gender war. It's the same thing they do with race wars. They want you to be so caught up in it and get emotionally attached to it, so that when you're not paying attention to what's really going on, and that to me, it's like people do not think for themselves anymore. Nobody tests the information that they're receiving. Look, I'll tell you right now, don't take my word for anything. Go fucking fact check me. All right? Anything that I say, go do your due diligence and fact check. Do your goddamn work. Don't be lazy. But they want you to just believe them because they said it. Don't believe anybody because they said it. I don't care how much you like them or if you trust them. Do your fucking job and call them out when they're lying and do your fucking work. Because there's so many fucking sheep. So many people are sheep that they're not willing to do the work and be like, you know what, that didn't look right. Let me look into it. Or you know what, that looks right, but let me test it and make sure that it's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I want to make this clear too. Like, I don't hate anybody, and I'm sure people look at it, and it's always like people looking at our side and wanting the division to continue. And I look at it and I go, okay, well, what is their goal, right? Here's what their goal is. Just like Biden, if you ain't black, you know, if you're what did he say? If you're not black, if you didn't vote for Biden, right?
Yeah.
So it's like what they're really trying to do is divide all of us. They're trying to say like they want no Jewish voters to be on our side. And why is that? Well, it's plainly obvious. It's because they just let the invaders in, and guess what religion they all belong to? So now they got a problem. You got, you know, and Reuters came out with a report, you know, a lot of like young, middle-aged black guys and everything like that, they're trending right because they're waking up to the bullshit just like we did, right? So they're like, they're not helping me. There's, you know, we're getting killed in the economy. You know, I think it was like 18 out of 24 years of left-leaning rule or whatever. And they're like, well, we got a serious problem here, you know. So they don't want us friends with the you know, black community. They don't want us friends with the Jews. They're trying to separate us from everybody. And then you have these idiots on our side that are LARPing as real racists. They aren't real racists. They're full of shit. They're just doing it because they're like, well, everyone's cool because it's cool to be anti-Israel. I'm like, this is the dumbest fucking thing ever. So dumb.
It's like they want somebody, they want to blame
You're not wrong.
their problem in their life, right? They want, oh, the reason why I can't get a good job is because of the Jews. No, it's fucking not. It's not the Jews.
Right.
You being a lazy son of a bitch is not the Jews' fault, okay? I'm just sorry. You can't blame them for everything. Like, come on now. It's retarded, right?
Yeah.
Do they monopolize and dominate certain industries? Sure. If you don't like it, why don't you get in that industry and dominate it yourself?
Right. Like I said, it's so stupid. And I brought up with this one stat, right? I talked to one of the lefties on Emmett's, I think a day or two ago, and I'm through debating with these people. Now I'm just hunting for information. But I said to him, I'm like, so they're like, you know, they bat for the other team, and I asked the person, I was just like, oh, why is it that I am so much worse than people who want to throw you off a rooftop, and you let those guys in, and those guys are politically aligned with you to a certain degree, and we're so much worse. And they were like, well, I don't see it that way. And I'm like, you don't see it that way. They want to take you and throw you off a rooftop. And then I brought up the fact that I think it was in Michigan or in one of the Rust Belt states, when they got in power, like, you know, Dearborn or whatever, the first thing they did was they went to the city council and they completely eliminated trans rights from the community. Like, they were like, you can't, you know, we're not allowing this to happen. I think it was in the school system, but I have to go back and look. But I'm pretty sure, I want to be clear on that. It did happen. I just don't remember how, like, in what way, but it definitely happened. And they couldn't believe it. They were like, no, there's no way. I'm like, yeah. What do you think they're going to do when they get in power? They're just lying to you. You know?
Like, I want to play something that, like, I'm not a big Officer Tatum fan just because I think he capes for a lot of feminist talking points at times. And then he also capes for, to me, he overtly capes for, you know, foreign nations. Like, let me, this is something that he said. He was at the trial, right? And this is what he said about this image here. Let me play this for you guys.
I put my life on this. My life, my kid's life. This is not the evidence, picture, video footage from the court. I was there. I watched it. I watched the prosecution move to enter it into evidence. It was admissible into evidence. The judge permitted it. The defense did not object to it. No one argued that this was enhanced or anything was afoot. This was authentic video, verified and accepted by both the prosecution and defense. This is a fake picture. This is fake. Fake. Everybody that was in the court saw this. A matter of fact, this is not some super spooky, top secret, nothing. I don't know why people are confused by this, because most people are either lying to you or you didn't watch the trial. The video that they showed the world was the same contextual video that they showed us, that they did not show to the public. The only difference is they zoomed and they put circles around people so we can easily see who these people were. The reason why, and I want y'all to clip it and put it out for the world. The reason why there is a video that was presented to the public and there was a video that was not presented to the public is because the defense argued that any level of enhancements can be biased, although they are the same basic footage. The prosecution argued that the only difference is that we zoomed it and we put circles around it so you can identify the people that we're talking about. Nothing was altered on the video. The judge said, I'll play the unenhanced for the world to see. And we will not display the one that was enhanced, because the world can enhance whatever they want with the base footage. Erica Kirk, as a victim advocate for her husband and her attorney, argued that in the courtroom, there's a big screen TV that's like 40, 50 feet away from where we're sitting. And if the video isn't zoomed, we can't see it very clearly. It is not fair that the victim advocate is in court and cannot observe evidence in a fair and reasonable way. So the judge ruled, although we put out the first video for the world to see, the enhanced version will play it for people who are in court. It wasn't only Erica, it wasn't only a few people, it was the entire court, but not disseminated to the world. I put my...
I mean, so it goes to show you, like that image that they're just showing, that's what Candace had on her show. That
yeah, it is.
That wasn't fucking, that wasn't a dude.
Wow.
And this is the lack of integrity, the fucking lack of integrity of these creators that you guys are sending money to. But you are paying them to lie to you.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Jeez.
Like,
I get it.
Shout out to Mr. Boulay, real quick, for the $20 super chat. He says this super chat is brought to you by Tactical Soap from Grondike Soap Company. We are here to show support for Glenn Lawrence, Grid 1, and of course Andrew for the win. You can smell like a winner when you wash with Tactical Soap today. Get your own, link in the description. Shout out to Mr. Boulay.
Oh man, that's so good.
And you know what, you guys, we need to grift a little bit. We need to grift a little bit, all right? We got 78 people watching on 3 different platforms. How about you guys show some love, drop a super chat, send a cash app, whatever you guys want to do. Show your support if you support this content, if you like this content. You know, this is what I find problematic in all this debate and all this talk. You know, the court of public opinion has gotten to the point where it outweighs the court, the real court. And I've always had a problem with this a long time ago. When I was falsely accused, I was like, this is horrible. Public opinion is destroying, you know, people's lives, right? It's the same thing. These are just false accusations. People are lobbying false accusations against Andrew, saying that he stole valor. People are lobbying false accusations saying that he has a black child. You know,
that is one of the funniest things.
But
the
it's
black
still-
ex-wife, the black son, like that is so crazy, man.
But it's disrespectful, and it's disgusting.
It is disrespectful.
And it's disgusting when I hear men fabricating lies, you know, for
Here, can I just say something real quick, Glenn? I yeah, like here's the thing too, right? I hear a lot of these people too say like, "Oh, this is a cult or whatever," and you guys have known me a while, right? Like, I was never a part of their group. There's people out there that aren't, right? But people that don't quite understand that side of it. Okay, here's the thing: you don't understand why, you know, a lot of the general public sides with them because it's political. And I mentioned this, I think, to one of my, you know, online buddies recently or whatever. But the idea of like people that are in media that don't necessarily align or they belong to different spaces really shouldn't be reacting to each other, right? And maybe I see, you know, and this is the only comment I'm ever going to make on the whole scenario, whatever, regarding like the whole scenario between you guys and Easy or whatever. But like, if I don't look at it like the same way a lot of these other people do, like you're all part of this cult or whatever. It's not it. This is purely political, and I think that's the problem that happened with Sarah. She never understood that. This is not like, you know, propaganda or whatever or drama. Okay, you have different spaces that you belong to. You shouldn't be reacting. And on his end, the one thing I did not agree with was the fact that he was saying like Grid was trying to steal a show or whatever. That I did not agree with. However,
he has said that about everybody. He said that I have tried to steal his show.
I get that. And I know how some would say like it seems like I'm defending him. However, in you know, looking at it like you know, a lot of us belong to a certain political side of things that I feel like we should have been, you know, sticking to for the most part. If you're going to dip your foot in like the you know, drama sphere or whatever, all I'm saying is I think that stuff should have just been kept separate. That's all.
No,
like,
I agree.
That's my 2 cents on the matter. Yeah.
My thing is when somebody lies on me, right? I'm going to challenge that lie. I'm going to confront that liar, right? I'm gonna step to them when I see them, and I'm gonna call them out for lying. You know, because I'm not by allowing that behavior. By allowing that behavior, then I'm justifying that type of behavior, saying that that's appropriate behavior when it's not appropriate. You know,
I get that, but here's the thing, right? Like,
I do not attack people and call them liars. All right, unless I got evidence that they're lying. Right.
Okay.
And so I just don't have I'm not going to do that until there's proof that they're lying. And Speakeasy, I see in the back, bro. I'm not bringing you up. I have nothing to say to you. So farewell. This is not the time or place.
Like, can I ask you guys this?
He just hopped in the back of my chat. Just got booted.
You did?
Easy.
Oh. He's not going to fight you.
Like, all I'm saying is this. You know, the whole time I was looking at all this stuff, I'm just like, it would just be beneficial for us to just, you know, whatever problems that was had. I don't understand how come we, you know, after a certain point, it's just got to keep continuing. That's all. Like, is it that bad that it just keeps, you know what I mean? Like, or is it just that, you know, and I understand like some of the stuff that happened in the drama space or whatever. There's people that just can't let it go, and they're not even you guys. They're like butthurt people that I'm just like, I don't know why this keeps happening. Like, I really don't. But we have other problems to worry about, like at you know, on our side or whatever. That's all. So,
you know, look at it as like, okay, the only thing that you have in your life is your name and your word. And when people are trying to taint your name and your word, you have to defend that.
Right? That's where I think I'm a little different, because if I'm like, I know that something's like, and this is obviously doesn't go for everybody. Maybe it's different because of the spaces that people belong to, whatever. But if someone's, if things aren't completely accurate, maybe I'll address it once and I'll just be like, we're done or whatever, and then just leave it at that. But, and I get how, sometimes people that they're running channels or whatever, they can be pressured by other groups, right? To be like, oh, that's bullshit. Why did you let that go or whatever? Well, it's just like, is it really that important in the grand scheme of things? Like, I could care less. Someone calls me a shitbag or whatever, and especially if it's a lefty, I'm just like, I know it's not true. They're full of crap. So I'm just going to be like, right. You know what I mean? Like, I expect that from them. So I don't know.
It's hard right now to kind of figure out any of this stuff because there's so many people that are just like jumping on bandwagons. They don't know anything.
Right.
It's just,
yeah.
And you can tell it's like the video that Glenn played, right? Like
Hold on real quick. Easy's in the chat. Let me just say this. If I were you, I would go talk to Admiral Gibbs. He has all the information. All right. He said he wanted to talk about the fight, blah, blah, blah. You agreed to it. It's September 19th. That's what you agreed to. Admiral Gibbs is there. We got it on tape. It's September 19th. Talk to Admiral Gibbs. He has all the information. Again, in Texas.
It's in Dallas at one of two fight clubs.
It's actually not in Dallas. It's in San Antonio. And Admiral Gibbs already
right. It's Gibbs's deal, yeah.
Gibbs already said all of this to us, both of us, during that stream. If you can't remember, I can't help you. But if I were you, go talk to Admiral Gibbs.
Yeah. Gibbs has as a matter of fact, he was talking to me about it the other day, and he said that the guy who, has the card and put you guys on that card, need you guys to reach out. And apparently Gibbs will be up in a minute, so we'll find out. So my understanding was that you both had information. I don't know.
Like, all the information that I have is what Gibbs already said. And I already said it. It's in Texas. It's in San Antonio. September 19th. That's the card. Pro fight. We're on the card. Here's Gibbs. Gibbs, can you go ahead and tell everybody about the fight details? Because Easy's over here saying he doesn't got any information.
I did give you all this. It was the Ryan thing. Yeah, I know.
I know you did.
I might not have sent him the number, but I can do it. I can send him that right now. Watch. Hold on.
He's acting like he doesn't know. He hasn't heard about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's going to be on YouTube after I give you all this guy's number right here. All right. Y'all can put this one on me. All right. I don't care. I gave you the thing. I thought y'all would just trade that info, but that's fine. I'll do it for y'all. Here's the number. The guy's name is Showtime Ybarra. I'll send it to Easy right now on Discord. Y'all can organize it with this guy, okay? And then I wash my hands of it. All right, this is real easy. Okay.
Yeah, for the people out there, I have cammed up before. Some people get pissed at me for that, but this is why. I'll show you. I'm driving an 18-wheeler.
You're always driving.
Well, I'm gonna have to restart this stream.
Always driving.
Let me just hold on, chat. Let me restart this stream. Don't say that shit.
What up, Gilbert?
Oh, sorry about that. I forgot you're on. I'm not active. I'm parked right now, but you get the point.
Yeah. Let me just re-go live. Yeah, you're good. You're good. I just
apologies.
Oh, you're
I know.
fine.
Yeah, sorry. Not currently, but about to.
Right,
I just
hold on.
dropped
Now,
it.
I'm trying to find Easy in my thing real quick. Too many things just happened. Let me get back to it here.
Yeah, I would debate that guy about making good choices. I'd win.
What guy?
The guy totally not driving.
I hate y'all so much, bro. I hate y'all.
You did it to yourself, my man.
Like, y'all
Don't be
gotta
safe.
stop.
Again,
Gibbs only tells me he hates me 3 times a day.
I don't need to talk to you.
Listen, we're gonna
I
just
already
move on
told
from
you.
this conversation.
Again, talk to Gibbs. Talk to Gibbs about the fight.
I'm sending it to him right now. Hold on. Give me about 2 seconds, and I'm going to send you the guy's number, all right?
I don't have to let him up on my panel. It's irrelevant. I don't need to talk to dude. Everything was already agreed to.
I mean, if he wants me to jump over there and tell him the same thing I'm telling you now, I mean, that's fine. Here's the guy's info. This is it. It's Showtime Jabbar. Jabbar with Rise.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he agreed. Like, no issue.
He said the date. Yeah, I sent y'all. I think I sent y'all the fucking thing. I sent one of y'all. Did I send you the fucking photo of the fucking event date? I told y'all the thing. Is that true?
You're getting it sent to you right now.
I just messaged it to you. I messaged the guy's number to you right now. I gotta see if I see the event thing. I thought I sent you the photo of the event thing. If not, then I can go grab that photo.
You said I got it. I got it in text message.
But send me that photo back so I can just easily send it to him. Well, yeah, well, send it to me real quick so I don't have to go search for it.
All right, I'm sending it to you right now.
Like, this is content, boys, right here, right now. Let me tell you what's happening. You're seeing the behind the scenes of Gibbs passing the reins. So he washes his hands to this like Pontius Pilate, if you know anything about your Bible, all right? And, by the way, that's one of the ways we can prove Jesus existed, because we have coins from Pontius Pilate from that area. No big deal. Just want to throw that out there. Perfect. All right. I'm going to send this to you right now, easy. This is the one he's talking about. This is the card that Jabbar messaged me about, or I messaged Jabbar about. Here it is. All right, I sent it all to you, easy. That's his number. You can text him. If that doesn't work, I can find out a different way to get a hold of him for you. I don't know, but you can DM me and I can give you all the info. I don't want to be involved anymore in this shit. By the way, I'm done. Y'all said find a guy to have a fight. That's what I did. And if that date don't work, don't you worry, boys. They have lots of events. They're a legit organization. Like I said, since y'all are different weight classes, y'all would be like what they usually call a freak show fight, but or used to. I don't know what they call it now, but then they would do like exhibition or whatever it is, and then they have their own rules, which is
I mean, all of you are here. Why don't you just set him up and actually get a date?
That's definitely why I'm here.
You can bring
I'm here for it.
Here for like 2 seconds. Like, I mean,
I
don't want to listen. Hold on, one thing though.
Like, it wasn't agreed upon. You didn't agree to say that you were not going to go to Canada, and Gibbs wasn't ever an answer. So at the end of the day, if you actually want an agreement, why don't you actually fucking do it?
Stop carrying water from him. Because he did.
I just want to know if you're actually gonna fucking do it or not. Because this is fucking gay.
Well, hold on.
This is the gayest bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Just let him up and get an actual date or not. Stop being fucking.
Shut up for a second. I've already agreed to everything on the stream that Gibbs was talking to both of us and set it all up. I agreed to everything. So, and he heard all of it. So he
hasn't agreed.
He did agree to the date.
No, he didn't agree. He told you, in order for me to agree, you have to say that I'm not going to go to Canada, and you didn't do it. Did you do it? Did you say you're not going to go to Canada?
Emmett, he just said in the chat that he agreed to the date. What are you talking about?
He agreed that he had that date available. You guys didn't agree on shit. Why don't you bring him up and actually agree on a fucking date?
All right, let me just talk.
Somebody else, first party can do it.
Oh, okay. You guys are not gonna do it. You guys are just gonna fucking be gay about it. You know what? Be as fucking gay about it as you want, but I want.
Let me just speak for 1 second here. All right. Also,
all right. So like, I'm a huge fight fan, right? So. Real quick, buddy, because you're making things a bit more complex. What if you guys, right? You had a neutral point. You guys set up like a pre-fight trash talk situation, and you promote it that way instead of like kind of not allowing him to come up and vice versa. I feel like one-on-one, you guys can definitely talk it out.
There's nothing to talk about. I'll just see him on the fight.
Who's this guy?
Go ahead, Gibbs.
All right, so listen, I don't know. I'm sorry. What was your name, brother man, with the
Geoverse?
Other guy. Joe, yeah. So I guess you don't.
They call me Geoverse the Curse.
Geoverse, yeah. Hey, so maybe what's happening right now is I guess you don't know. There's previous things going on. I'm only here because they've asked me about this shit. I guess. So here, this is what we've got set up. I've just now given both of them the promoter or the guy that's in the organization's number. He's fought with him many times. He also works with them. Now, if this date doesn't work, guys, that's fine. They have many dates that they can set you up on. So that's not really the issue I think either one of them are worried about. The bigger issue is what you were saying. They want a neutral party. This has nothing to do with me. I don't know. I know these people from back when I was doing MMA and wrestling. They're professionals. So they're going to handle it. And I don't want any part of this. That's why I'm giving both of them their number and they can all interject. And and like I said, if that's not work for you, that number thing, let me know and I can get you an alternate way to contact them. And that's fine either as well. Right. So we can figure that out. I don't want you to get doxxed or you know what I'm saying either. I'm not trying to fuck nobody over because I don't really want to be involved in any of this shit. But I was asked if I could find this kind of shit, so that's all I did. And that's all I'm saying. Is that the only reason why y'all invited me here, you bitches?
Like, it's not like a duel in the West. It's like a conversation with hands.
You know? Yeah, and then y'all can hype it up and talk all the shit you want and use official promo material once y'all agree on shit.
Yeah, we have a third party involved. The third party can take care of it. It has nothing to do with me. I don't need to talk to dude. I'll just see him on fight night.
I mean, but why dodge him and instead
I'm not dodging him. I'm not dodging him. I just don't need to platform him. Why do I need to platform him?
I would argue that it's advantageous for both parties.
Yeah, I don't get any benefits for platforming him.
You guys could be like the first fight of many, right? I'd box Grid any day, you know? I'm just saying, like, it could be a very, very good situation. Why squander it?
Look, I already agreed to it. He agreed to it on stream.
So
Gibbs was already setting it up. So for me, my hands are clean of it. I've already agreed. I'll be there. If he's not there, it's not my problem.
But where is there?
Gibbs.
Gibbs has that.
It was Texas. I believe it's the location is Marble Falls.
Okay. Is there going to be a camera set up, a live stream going for the fans?
They do live stream. I think you have to pay. So you would have to pay for whatever live stream pay-per-view bullshit the company does. But yeah, it's like a legit organization. You can look it up.
So we'd have to go through a paywall to see the fight.
Probably.
I mean, listen. Probably. I don't know. Maybe they would let y'all do it since y'all are like streamers. I don't fucking know. But they, like that's how these companies make money. You know what I'm saying?
I'd just rather you both monetize from it. Like, why even invite like a third party? Like this is Jake Paul.
Because they wanted a neutral party. Isn't that the whole thing? Is you want a neutral party? So
you bring two friends. He brings two friends. Two cameras.
Yeah, but they said they wanted like an organization to do it, and I said, okay, I got multiple. I was in the industry for a long time. Yeah, I could ask somebody to help y'all out.
So, like for example. Like hypothetically speaking, Grid. If I called you out for a little to and fro 3-rounder, would you need an organization to set that up?
Well, so here's the problem with this. When you push the narrative and say that, oh, Glenn brought a gun to kill me, right? And then say, oh, I want to fight you in Canada, right? Why would you want me to fight in Canada without a sanctioned fight? Why would you not want to make sure it's sanctioned? So that nobody gets arrested, nobody has to deal with any legal issues.
So you feel that you guys would get in trouble from mutual?
No, I feel that he's gonna, since he already ran his mouth with the narrative saying that I brought a gun to kill him. Then once I beat his ass, he's gonna say he tried to kill me in Texas and he came up here and beat me up in Canada.
Have you ever communicated a threat to Speakeasy?
No, I said I was gonna kick his ass.
Firearm was never brought up?
Nope.
Okay, then I'll be neutral at that, but at the same time, you both are gonna talk shit. So I mean,
but the thing is, if you're gonna push a lie, if you're gonna lie and push a narrative that's not true, why would I trust that when I go up to Canada and beat your ass that you won't say I assaulted you?
Right, but beating his ass is like finding him at a bar, like organizing a sanctioned
but in
event.
Canada, it's illegal. You get arrested for that. Especially if you're a U.S. citizen in Canada.
But wouldn't he have to bring up charges against you?
I don't know that it works that way in Canada. It doesn't, and it doesn't always work that way here either. In Tennessee, if you fight, if I fight Glenn in Tennessee, it doesn't matter if we agreed to it or not. One or both of us are going to jail.
Yeah. So if it is going to be sanctioned, one thing I know about sports medicine is that there are going to be prerequisite examinations, identifying any kind of substances that Speak may be on or you may be on. Would you be opposed to that, Glenn?
What?
Would you be opposed to any kind of like examination?
He's asking if you use roids.
I didn't say that.
I use steroids. I have no fucking problem admitting that.
And you want to have a sanctioned fight against Speakeasy because he held a narrative that you don't agree with?
I want to have a sanctioned fight so I don't get arrested in another nation for him lying.
So why not invite him up and be like, "Hey man, why did you say X thing? Because X thing."
We've already had this conversation. All he does is yell. He doesn't converse. He tries to talk over people. Tries to turn on his mic. No, I'm not giving him any light of any daytime. I'm not gonna platform him at all. If he wants to fight me, he'll be at the fight. I already agreed to it. So if he wants to do it, just be at the fight.
I know, but I wouldn't really fight you. You know, because you have an
He's a big fucking scary dude, right?
No, I mean, I just know that, like, if I punch him in the neck where I want to, I don't know if there's any neck left. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, you have to find out, right?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get it. I get where you're coming from, but I feel like a lot of this is stemming from the beef that maybe those you hold in proximity. Because is it really an issue between you and Speak? Truly?
Yeah, I have an issue with him. He lied years ago on me. And then when I call him out for the lie, he doubled down on the lie and tried to say that I did something creepy or I'm a creep because I was talking to a 19-year-old girl and her 17-year-old brother, right? But when he's trying to label me as doing something creepy, when it's him that has done something with a minor. So if I am doing something creepy, I'm just talking to them.
So you're mad that he made up something about a firearm that you declined?
No, I'm mad that he lied about things
alleging that he's
years ago.
Okay,
years ago.
Just before you continue this, real quick, because I don't want to do this tonight. Is this why y'all brought me up here? Because I have other things I want to do.
5:30 comes early for me, boys.
Yeah, so. Talking about the drama. So, like, if that's what we're doing tonight, then let me know now, because I've got y'all the info, and I'm down to talk about other shit, but I don't want to talk about drama shit. I have other agendas.
No. Again, this stream has nothing to do with Speakeasy.
Defamation is a huge issue, especially in our community, right? The left, right, center, Christian, non-Christian, right? The Dusty verse, right? So defamation of character is a huge issue here, right? Wouldn't you agree, fellow panelists? To my right?
I say
I gotta be honest. This comes back to me not giving a fuck and wanting to switch the topic if possible. But just tell me now if this is what we're doing. So
are we allowed to make up stories about creators that we don't like?
We shouldn't. No.
Okay, so we all in agreement that we should never create narratives just to gain some kind of monetary gain, right?
I agree with that.
Okay, so if we're being authentic, if we voice our nexus issue, then what do we have to lose? The truth will always come out, right?
And I've already said the truth.
I just find it common that on channels like Orthodox, what's his name? OG.
I can't speak for other.
Yeah, I know, but I like to hang out in ops corners like Dustyverse and OG, and it's always a common happenstance where it's either Marte or Speak, some kind of allegation that they cannot bring to me to tell me, hey, I shouldn't be in VK. I shouldn't support this guy. All I'm seeing is
I'm not going to tell you that.
that are good at stealing. And
I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that what he did when he lied on me, tried to say that I did something creepy or inappropriate when I was with Josie down in Isla Vista, right? And he's going to say that was creepy or something, this bad behavior that I did, but just by talking to them, then it must be really creepy and bad behavior to be 18, getting with a minor and getting her knocked up. So that to me, he has to be a higher creep than what I did then.
But
based off his own metric.
Is it more the issue of the retaliation of how you felt his statement was in accordance to what your true intentions were versus the actual issue that you, Dusty, probably Grid2, and everyone else has about these allegations that probably
what
are missing a
allegations
lot of
are you
context?
talking about? I mean, you speak in like open-ended innuendo
like
that I don't
Romeo
really give a
and
shit
Juliet
about. But
situation,
what
or if this
allegations
is like,
specifically?
So either A, what Grid is trying to say is that he's a P, right? Or B, there's a Romeo and Juliet situation that we don't know enough about to comment on. So it's either A or B for me. Is he an adult that likes children, or is he somebody that was young when he got into a relationship?
No, what I'm saying is if me talking to somebody in public is creepy behavior, then being an adult hooking up with the minor must be even creepier behavior by his own metric.
Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on this. So.
Yeah,
So
I
what do you-
gotta be honest. All right. I'm gonna drop. Let me know if y'all do something else. I don't want to do any more of this shit. I guess if y'all easy and y'all need me to give y'all this information a different way, let me know. But I don't want to be. I'm Pontius.
Again, this was not what this stream was about anyways. We were talking about these guys attacking Andrew Wilson. We were talking about these guys attacking Andrew Wilson, saying that he has stolen valor when Andrew Wilson does not have stolen valor. I have the documents.
Stolen valor is when you pretend to be in military service and
correct
wear like badges, medals of honor,
yes,
etc. Even those
yes.
that served in our country falsely identify as Navy SEAls. They were, hey, I was gunning back in Fort Polk. No, you weren't.
Yeah.
We have your records.
Yeah, Andrew Wilson's never stolen valor.
No. Is he even a veteran?
Yeah, he served 12 months. He got injured and they discharged him, medically discharged him because of his injuries.
Okay.
And he's never going around saying that he stole valor. But guys like Jesse on Fire, Heavy Duty Country, all these Candace Owens overtures,
they're kind of making a bunch of shit up about Andrew.
They're making a bunch of shit up and trying to attack.
There's a lot of money around the debate, so they have to.
No, they don't have to. They don't have to. They choose to.
I'm speaking about people like, you know,
people that have lack of integrity. Yeah, sure, they will do that. People that have lack of integrity will make up a narrative to attack somebody that.
Like earlier, I said defamation of character is a huge issue in our communities.
Exactly.
And this guy wanted to change the subject, but we're back onto that subject. So I agree with you. I'm in full agreement. But what can we do as a countermeasure, right? What can we do to identify that not stolen valor? Because I'm sure that even if you only did,
I have the document. I have Andrew's documents.
Why do you have Andrew's documents?
Because he's a friend of mine.
Because Andrew gave them to him.
Oh, cool. Well, that's different. Grid, you okay, buddy?
Am I okay? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
You cool?
So yeah, man. I did see the fundraiser video that he did. I felt like it was very, very well voiced. I like the energy. I like the sincerity in his voice, and I feel like he's going to do a lot of great things.
I think he's going to have a really good. I think it's going to be a really good debate. I think if he holds her to task and have to answer for all these accusations and claims that she's made, I think he'll do great.
Yeah, I agree. But I feel like when we complain about other people voicing certain things, and we kind of act in the same behavior.
No. We don't act in the same behavior if we're not lying.
Place, you know?
If we're not lying, we're not acting the same behavior.
But lack of evidence is not evidence, right?
It's accusations that are unverifiable.
What are you talking about?
When you make a lie, when you make a claim about something that's untrue and you can't prove it, that's unverifiable.
Yeah, I agree, but one can infer based on consistency, behavioral patterns, right? Like if somebody told me that Andrew Wilson made a liberal cry yesterday, I'd believe it without watching the video. You know what I'm saying? Like there are certain things that you can infer by trusting a thief to steal and trusting a liar to lie.
Yeah, and when somebody has proven to lie about things, then and the pattern of behavior would be like, well, they're probably lying now.
Again, what are you talking about? Or who?
It could be anybody.
Okay, in general. Okay, yeah, I agree. But are we who we say we are online? Like is Geoverse who I really am?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is Glenn your real name?
Glenn is my real name.
That's fucking amazing. Right?
My name is Justin.
And these gentlemen can tell you, attest that I'm who I am online as I am in person.
Yeah, but the roids, man. Why? Are you okay? How you feeling?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel great.
So you pride yourself in that authentic nature, right? Would you prescribe roids, or is this something that you're using because of your personal journey? Like, is it more of like a thing that you adopt?
I'm competing again in bodybuilding this coming year. So I'm back on my gear so I could be competitive with everybody else that's on gear that's competing.
So it's kind of like a Call of Duty tournament where everyone has like a Zen aimbot mod and they're all competing with aimbot.
I don't know. I don't know video game references. I don't play video games.
Well, do you know what cheating is?
It's not cheating when everyone's cheating.
That's what I'm saying. It's like if everyone has hacks, right, on their PC, can anyone complain about the loser, right? Can the loser truly complain?
I mean, you're competing against yourself and what you could do, what you can't do. You're trying to bring your best package to the show. And if everybody else is running gear to bring their best package, it would only be stupid if you try to be natural in an unnatural sport.
So you would agree that most in the sport are not natty?
Oh, in bodybuilding, yeah. In the professional circuit, yeah. Like now, there are natural classes, there are natural, competitions, but the majority of them are not natural. I mean, even if you drink coffee, they will consider you not natural. If you take like creatine, they'll say you're not natural. You know, they're like really strict criteria to be in the natural division.
Glenn, this has been really fun up until about, I don't know, half an hour ago. I got to get some sleep.
Say it with your chest.
Sorry?
Continue.
All right. Well,
anyway,
I'm gonna wrap it up. We hit 2 hours anyways. Thank you guys for tuning in.
You can wrap it up. All right.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. Final words on these guys that are calling out Andrew Wilson. I think it's ridiculous to try to be lying and smearing this man's name and defaming him and try to say he has stolen valor when he has not stolen any valor. Like I said, I have the documents to prove it. You know, I think that these guys are just dick riding for Candace because they want a little bit of clout. You know, and I think it's unbecoming. I think these guys need to have better integrity and better principles to begin with. Gray, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I mean, I can echo that, but I think it's I think the way that this is kind of the whole thing's just weird. The narrative, the rhetoric that they're using, it's all just like disqualify Kit number 2, right? So you call him stolen valor, then you call him to make fun of him of the olive jar thing, say there's no integrity, all of this kind of thing. When there's no proof of any of it, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They've never done anything but watch, they probably watched 5 clips and formed their entire opinion of Andrew off of whatever was written in some Reddit or Discord by some Candace Owens shill. That would be my guess, because none of the things they say none of it's true. I'm thankful I didn't have to watch the entire thing, but nothing that they said was true. And even their AI was just weird. Like the AI, I'm like, why would you put that image up? That's just crazy, man. Looks like you said, like a gay party of some kind. I don't know. But yeah, it's about all I got. I think it's weird. I hope Andrew just shellacks Candace tomorrow. I've actually been really impressed with the way Andrew had basically called out Candace, and then of course is going toe to toe with her. So yeah.
And Gibbs, we got an excellent show tomorrow. You want to tell everybody about the show?
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say, I don't have no opinions. But this is Garfield. If y'all don't know Garfield, say hi, Garfield. You're not going to say hi. But I do have some things to say. I don't know too much about Mr. Wilson's past. I don't know about all that shit. But if you don't have any proof of calling somebody a stolen valor, it's not good to say about somebody, because that's a pretty serious accusation. So, have proof or get the fuck out, I guess. Also, yes, tomorrow. And this is the only reason I even bring that up is because Andrew and Candace are happening in the morning. At what time? Like 8, 10 a.m. I don't fucking know. I'll figure it out later.
It is early.
All right. Now, 10 a.m. CST is what I saw. Now, here's the kicker. That means all you fuckers are going to be over there. We're doing reaction streams on the conservative side. I already know. And hey, if there's one reaction, there's 10 reactions. I'll tell you what's not happening over here tomorrow. Neither one of these boys are going to be reacting, because they're going to be able to give me a break with Pisco Liddy, with Castle, with Vigilante, and Vince Wilson show. And we're going to be talking about whether or not the independents and the libs should vote Republican over their incumbents because they let the socialists and the Islamic extremists into the party.
Oh, the DSA argument. I love it. Yeah, I love it.
It's going to be exciting. We got some
awesome.
Socialists in there.
It's going to be good.
Someone that's in between a lib and close to social, and we got some Republicans. It's going to be real fiery, like fire and brimstone. So make sure you tune in and watch any of our channels tomorrow, because it's going to be good shit. And you know what? Here's the thing. While y'all watch Right on Right violence, the rest of us are going to be out here fighting the fight against the leftists, because, guys, the message is the midterms. That's what we need to be doing. We need to come together and beat the left, because if we can hold both houses, dear God, I can see the shining city on the hill. And yeah, that's
I just saw, I had a call with Z from Unfuck America earlier today, and she wants to set something up with us in October, so we can have the lefties conservative battle right before the midterms. So I'll talk to both of you gentlemen about that later. But I think we need to do it. The people need to see it. We want to get these people out there voting during the midterms. Best way to do it is challenge each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'll be probably moderating tomorrow, but yeah, I'm always down to fight the fight. So you know, if someone wants these hands, let me know. It's preferably, like I said, the lefties, because I hate fighting our own, because that's not really getting much done for us. Because I want to get policy done, because it's harder to change policy than it is the culture. Or if you change enough policy, you can change the culture, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I said that backwards, but you get what I'm trying to say, folks. We got to fight the fight. Thank you, Glenn.
All right. I'm out. You guys, you know, this show was brought to you by, you know what it is.
This episode was brought to you by Tactical Soap from Grondike Soap Company, a game changer in men's grooming. Crafted with natural pheromones, it's designed to elevate your alpha status, masculinity, attractiveness, and charisma. Each bar is meticulously formulated to invigorate your sense and leave you feeling confident and irresistible. Unleash your true potential